Hey Gemini, welcome to your June 2018 RuneScope with me. My name is Amanda. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the adorable Wonderland Tarot. This is by Chris and Morgana Abbey. As always, be sure to join me after this reading over on my Vimeo channel, where I will pull one card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle by Doreen Virtue for your spiritual guidance for the month of June. It will give us some more wisdom and advice for how to handle the energies of this month. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you find that my readings are connecting with your energy, resonating with you, you'll find that particularly if you watch previous month's videos. There's about a 3-month window for so many people with these general readings. What I'm talking about now may have happened for some of you already, or maybe happening in July, or August. So keep that in mind. The only way for me to tune into just your energy is with a private reading. So some of these messages are going to be for the other Geminis watching. But please do click the subscribe button if you're finding them helpful. But let's see first of all which runes want to talk to my Geminis. Not yet. All right, they've got something specific to say. They really want the right runes here. There it is. Now, as always, you can check out the video for your rising sign as well, Gemini, to get more general messages. And sometimes those messages will be more specific to what's going on with you, because your sun sign is more specific to your chart. Now is also a really good time, though, to rewatch the yearly overview that I posted in January for 2018. I'll put a link to it here with the little eye and at the end of the video, but it's also on my channel page, because you can kind of see where you're at in the yearly overview now that we're halfway through, and get an idea of what's to come. Also, if you downloaded or if you purchased the Career or Love RuneScopes over on my Vimeo channel, I'm going to rewatch those as well, because they're covering the whole year. You can also still get those. We've still got 6 months left. But in general, the challenge or focus for my gems in June. Well, the Temperance card is what you have here for your challenge. So moderation and balance and patience may be something that you're struggling with at some point in June. Patience with somebody or with a disappointment of some sort. Wunyo is here indicating that you may feel like your plans aren't moving forward as quickly as you would like, or something is not quite ready to be launched, or you're not quite at the place you were hoping you would be by June. Somebody could have disappointed you, or you could have received some disappointing news in previous months, but Temperance is saying, you know, just do what you can to keep your emotions balanced, and don't jump to conclusions is another thing I'm getting. Don't act out in an extreme way or have an extreme reaction, because you may find that there was a misunderstanding, or something was not quite what you thought it was. Or maybe someone's reasons for behaving in a certain way have been obscured. This sort of reminds me of what came up for Pisces last month. I think it was Pisces. But yeah, like not having all the information for why someone was maybe behaving in a certain way, or doing things in a certain way that may have come off to you as, disappointing or even insulting. So just be aware of your emotions and what level you're at in June, Gemini. Because I feel like if you go to extremes, you could damage the outcome of something, or damage the outcome of a relationship, or just regret the way that you were perceived. But in the present energy, so for some of you, this will be when you're watching this video. For others of you, it will be end of May going into June. We do have the Tower card, which is shocking revelations, shocking information. With the runes here, it's going to be shocking communication or news of some sort. But it doesn't have to be bad. And the rune of patience is here. Patience and protection. So whatever this cataclysmic news is or was, because many of you will have already received it, it's shaking the foundations of something, either what you thought was going on, your circumstances, a situation, your, again, perception keeps coming up, Gemini, your perception of someone else. Now, this could also be something you're communicating and saying to someone that is changing their perception of you. So it can always work both ways in these general readings. For some of you, it'll be someone else who you're changing your opinion of or perception of, or you're saying or doing something that is rocking someone's idea of who you are or who you were. And this could be on a small scale, just in your personal relationships, or on a much larger scale. It'll just depend on who you are, Gemini. But Ansuz is saying that, yeah, there could be news coming also of, there could be something connected to academia when this is here. Ansuz is the rune of communication and the internet. So you could be receiving messages. This news could come, and let's face it, almost all of our news and information comes electronically these days. But it could also be something connected to taking a test or an exam, or, you know, you could do better on something than you thought. Again, the Tower's not always a bad card. It's just whatever happens is out of our control. And normally there's a bad connotation with that. We're relying on external forces. So it's like you may be waiting to hear news, whether you passed an exam or got into a college, or you may be hearing news from one of your kids that they are going away for school in the fall. They've decided to move further away, or they've decided to stay home. It's something, though, that was not planned. But the decision seems to be out of your control, Gemini, or you are the one that's in control and you're shocking people with your news. So it's not good or bad. It just is jarring. And the Tower's all about something falling down, right? Something that was built on shaky foundations, something that did not have, it wasn't grounded in truth or logic or reality, or it was not built in a firm way. So it has to be kind of raised or destroyed in order for us to build something lasting and more solid. So anything not meant to last, you may be finding as we move into June, either it's being obliterated or you're obliterating it. And again, it could be something that's not concrete. You know, it's more of an idea or a perception that you have or that people have of you. Wow. The help that's going to be available is the, we've got the 6 of peppermills, which in this deck is the 6 of rods. So this is a card of victory. You know, winning out over your enemies, being celebrated, being promoted, being recognized, being victorious, overcoming your obstacles. Let me see what's coming through with the runes here connected. There's going to be extreme impatience with this, though. And again, that was your challenge, Gemini. You're extremely impatient with someone, with something, with a situation, but not giving into that is what is going to lead to your victory or the outcome that you want, or that you're working for. That's going to lead to you being celebrated. Yeah, there's also an element here of, yeah, something's breaking down. Going back to the Tower, something needs to be broken down in order for you to achieve victory. But it's almost like you don't have to do anything except kind of wait for it. You know, so, and it's almost like the more impatient maybe you are, or kind of going through the motions, doing the same thing, like, you know, using the same tactics in whatever this is, or the same approach that you've used before. It's kind of like there's no point in even doing that. It's more like you can just sit back and wait for whatever happens, because again, this is external. Something is breaking down. It's supposed to break down, but the more you kind of appear to be contributing to it, or like moving it or maneuvering it, the worse it's going to be for you. So patience, moderation, no extreme moves, no extreme reactions here. Even though you may be feeling like, you know, you need to rectify something, or set the record straight, or say something. So, wow, Gemini, you know, when you are an air sign, communication is you know, your thing. That is what air signs are proficient at. That's where you're brilliant speakers and communicators. So, you know, it makes sense that it would be very difficult maybe for you to not set the record straight, say something. And it does seem like you are doing this, but this could be a backlash with the Tower, because it's, you know, if the negative aspects of it are in view, this could be backlash for something that you say. So what must be accepted about June? We do have the Page of Hats, which is the Page of Cups in this deck, in reverse. Yeah, emotions are going to make you vulnerable. If you lash out or get overly emotional about in your response to something. Now, Geminis, for some of you, this could be an energy that's weaving all through the month of June, or it could be just like a few days. Again, it'll be different for all of you because there's so many people watching. And what it is, what the actual situation is, will differ for all of you. You're not all the same person. You just share a sun sign, so or a rising sign. But yeah, it just seems you're gonna have a very emotionally visceral response to something someone says or does, maybe even an attack that's being levied at you, although I don't really see an attack coming at you. It may not be you personally being attacked, but it could be like, you know, a cause or something you believe in, or someone else that you care about that you feel is being attacked, or it could be people's, you know, rumors, gossip, things like that. But I feel like more it's just disappointing news, or someone's behaving in a disappointing way, and you really want to kind of let them know how you feel about it. But if you want to maintain your status in that relationship, if it's a bridge you don't want to burn, it does seem like it's going to be necessary for you to cool your jets. And definitely take your time to kind of think things out before you speak or type or text. So yeah, in June, Gemini, just keep that in mind. Your emotions are going to be your Achilles heel in June. And it's just going to make it worse. I'm not saying you'll never get to say what you need to say or express your side of things, but maybe the astrological energy is just not going to be conducive. Definitely watch your favorite astrologer for like what the astrological winds are doing in June. To kind of take a look at what's going on there, and like when would be a good day for you to speak your piece or defend your opinions or your stance on something, because you're going to come out the winner regardless. Or, you know, it could just be a temporary wind that's blowing, and then once it's passed, it's passed. And I think intuitively you know this, but in the moment, it's still like, you know, it's like, this is stupid. Why am I so upset about this? Some of you may even be like, I shouldn't be this upset about it. Like, what's the big deal? Like, you know, I don't think anybody who actually knows me is taking this seriously, or, you know, who cares what this person says, or, you know, what their opinion is of things. But you still feel hurt or vulnerable or taken advantage of, some of you in some way. For some of you, this could have something to do with one of your kids, especially if you have a water sign child, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Pages are normally 12 or younger, but you know, as I always mention, we always see our kids as our, you know, little kids, no matter what age they are. So there could be, you know, maybe you are wanting to stand up for your kid and not, you know, instead of letting them fight their own battles. Maybe they're being bullied online, but it's almost like you stepping in would make it worse in this situation, which I totally get why you would be conflicted about that. I mean, I mean, that situation in particular would be really difficult, but it doesn't have to be like a child. This could be an adult child of yours who is, you know, going through a rough time with, and maybe things being said about them either within the family group or online, or, you know, that is difficult for you to see or read or hear about. Maybe they're just telling you about it, and it's very difficult for you not to want to, you know, mama bear or papa bear, right? But intuitively, you're going to know that that's, you know, first of all, it's not going to serve them. They won't learn to fight their own battles, which Lord knows we all need to be equipped with that in this world, if it's a little kid. But also, the biggest thing is it's just going to make the situation worse for them. But yeah, pages bring news, they bring communication, so it's just emotional discord or upset, some kind of message or information that is, you know, it's not happiness, unfortunately. But the outcome of June, we do have the King of Oysters, which is the King of Pentacles in other decks. It's the little white rabbit in the Wonderland deck. And we also have Rune of Victory. You've got the Tarot card of Victory and the Rune of Victory and the blank rune of something's changing. So whatever this is that's happening, it's supposed to happen this way because the victory's all the sweeter. You know how in the movies when we see like the underdog, like Rocky or the Karate Kid or something, you know, we see our hero like struggle and he really gets beaten up like bad, you know, or things are said, but then when they win and they come out on top, it's all the sweeter, right? It's like your June is like a Rocky movie or the Karate Kid or something, you know? Whether it's you or someone you care about that's the underdog, I mean, you come out victorious with this. Now, the King of Oysters could be an earth sign person who's helping this. So for some of you, this could be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, earth sign energy. But it could also just be someone higher up than you when it comes to work. It could be promotion. For some of you, maybe this is all a work situation and somebody's kind of like saying things about you or saying you wouldn't be good for this promotion, you wouldn't be good for this position. And I don't have the rune of the hidden, so it seems like they're being pretty open about it, or they're not taking a lot of precautions about saying what they're saying about you. So yeah, this could be somebody that's competing, trying to get the same position as you, or just trying to make it so that you can't get this promotion, but then you do because it's based on this guy. If he's the one, again, making the decision, because this is also Ansu's the rune of the job interview, the one where we were talking about communication and academics. So, and then like waiting to hear, like, am I going to get this position? And it's, if you are job hunting or trying to get a promotion in June, Gemini, with the blank rune, it's indicating that this is something that's going to change your life significantly. So it's either going to raise your status or going to be a job that maybe you never thought you would be able to get, or maybe it's the financial it's just going to be more money than you were thinking you could ever get. The good news is, though, the person making the decision seems to be this very practical earth sign person. He's going to give the job to the person who is the best fit for the job, who has experience, who has proven themselves with work they've done in the past, with their resume, with their experience, with their tests, their job placement. You know, if you had to take some tests to get a job, or during an interview process, that's the person he's gonna hire, not the person who's, you know, kissing his butt, or, you know, and certainly not someone who's talking smack about other applicants or other people at the company, because he's gonna see right through that. To him, it's gonna be who's the best person for the job, who can get it done in not only the most expedient way, but the best way, with the best quality of work. So, I mean, you end the month really awesome and feeling like, ha, look who came out on top, yo, right? I am victorious. You get the job offer, you get the promotion, you get the reward, or the person that you're rooting for gets the reward. So, that's what I see, Gemini, for the month of June. Again, just no matter how underhanded or petty or silly someone else is being with their tactics, I feel like they're trying to kind of push you off balance. Get you maybe they're trying to provoke a reaction in front of this person, or, you know, get you to go run and tattle into the, you know, they may be trying to get you to kind of, you know, step in it so that they get this position. I know it may be difficult. Do some meditation, you know, go for a run to get all that energy out, you know. Get some bubble wrap and pop all the, you know, whatever you need to do to kind of cathartically release your frustrations in June from someone who's behaving underhanded. Do that, because that's going to give you the ultimate payoff at the end of the month. But like I said, join me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the Goddess Guidance Oracle. We're going to see if we can get more wisdom and guidance about this energy. Especially want to see, you know, who maybe this Page of Cups is, and more about this Tower card if we can. So that link again is below. Don't forget to rewatch your yearly overview for 2018 to see where you are in the year now that we're halfway through. Same with your Career RuneScope and Love RuneScope over on Vimeo. If you purchase those at the beginning of the year, rewatch them to kind of gauge your yearly map. And if you haven't purchased those yet, definitely check those out. There's still 6 months left if you're looking for a longer view of the rest of 2018. Thanks so much for stopping by, Gemini. Happy birthday once again, and I'll see you back here next month.